Hi everyone, my name is Marlon du Toit and I'm an expedition leader, a pro safari guide and a photographer here at Wild Eye. I recently returned from an epic adventure to Brazil, to the Pantanal specifically, Northern and Southern Pantanal. I was there in September of last year and October of last year where I hosted two incredible safari experiences. I would like to share these with you. You can consider it a trip report or just as a reference for your trips coming up, or potentially you would have wanted to visit and you need some more information. I think this video will serve you very well, and you'll stand a chance to learn and see a little bit more about the Pantanal and what it has on offer. It's an exceptional place. It's in the heart of Brazil. In fact, the Pantanal is in the middle of South America. If you look at South America on a map, you look for the middle point, that's where the Pantanal is. Quite spectacular. It's the largest wetland in the world and it contains magnificent wealth of wildlife, birds and mammals included. And the most special of them all is the jaguar. So I'm going to share a little bit more with you as you get to know the Pantanal, get to see it a little bit better and see what it has on offer. It's a magnificent place, certainly now one of my favorite places to travel to. If you haven't been, get in touch, come and join us. If you came with me, thank you so much for making this possible, and I know quite a few of you are coming again this year. But without further ado, let's enjoy this video together. I hope you get to see a little bit more of what this Pantanal is about. Most of all, I hope you get to visit and to see it for yourself. Let's have a look. This safari experience to the Pantanal with Wild Eye is an exceptional one. We use local ranches as the safari industry is not as developed as what you would have grown used to in places like Africa. The camp is basic, but it will meet all of your needs, and being an active cattle and horse ranch, you'll see the animals daily and even within the camp itself. Safari vehicles used on these expeditions are classic and old school, and safaris themselves are done on the ranch itself where the cattle graze. Anteaters of both species have grown used to seeing humans work and move around within the ranch itself, and therefore are habituated and allow you very, very close. Their eyesight is poor, as is their hearing, and this allows us to get close and make for some fantastic photographic opportunities. Once back at the camps, standard lunch, breakfasts, dinners will apply, and the food is delicious. The staff are great and love sharing in local cuisine with the visiting guests. The bird life in these camps is something to be said and spoken of. Magnificent colors, many of which you've only ever dreamt of, can be found all over the camp. Birds of all species flock to camp, and the bird feeders are a massive attraction. From here we moved on to Buraco das Araras, which is a big sinkhole and home to many, many red and green macaws. These birds make for fantastic photographic opportunities as they fly by. And then it's on to the real deal, which is the Northern Pantanal. Here we have an opportunity to get close to Cayman and also work with one of the Pantanal cowboys as they work their horses and run through waterlands. Once on the river in Porto Joffre, we explore by boat only. The Jaguars have grown used to these boats over many years of seeing the locals move back and forth, moving cattle and many different goods up and down the river, and it allows them to be very relaxed in the company of humans. To lay eyes on a jaguar for the first time is something that you will never, ever forget. The experience is unlike anything I've ever had. Many of my guests, in fact all, were blown away by the magnificence of these creatures. We saw them mating, we saw them fighting, we saw them sleeping, resting, hunting, and just moving about their territory. These all are encounters my guests will never forget. The jaguars find themselves within many different habitats. You might think because it's a river, it's one and the same, but the river is varied, and the backgrounds and the colors, the scenery, the size of the trees, it all differs from one scene to another. Once on the boat itself, you get the magnificent opportunity of photographing these animals right next to the water's edge as they patrol for caiman and otter and many different prey species. Otters themselves are not easily caught off guard, and they make for a big part of the safari experience as they hunt, catching various different species of fish and even eel. The otters are massive, the largest river otter species or otter species in the world. The bird life is varied and fantastic to see. Even if you're not an avid birder, you'll love the photographic opportunities on hand.